Trigger warning, trigger warning. We're about to sorry, we're about to talk about some very sensitive topic. Uh Tatiana Williams and her children that recently passed away. So I just want to let everybody know what's about to go down.
No, I worship the ground and kids walk though.
The 29-year-old mother of the two kids that likely froze to death Monday in the parking structure of the Hollywood casino.
Maybe I asked the wrong people for help, but that was the only thing I did wrong.
Tatiana, remembering how many times she reached out for a place to live, she asked the father of the two kids that died.
He had an excuse every time. Either he's working, they can't come where he living. He lived with a female, and the parents and them don't want kids there or something.
She also asked the city of Detroit for help.
I reached out in November. I reached out before that. I've been on the CAM list for a long time. And every time I called and asked if they have a bed, they said they don't have family beds.
So the 7 of them had been sleeping in their 2002 Town and Country van since November. But the kids had everything else.
They ate every day, all day. Goodies, food. They didn't want for nothing. Every day they went to school. I had one mistake.
And the kid's grandmother, 49-year-old Yvette Goodman, was also in the van that day. Did the van run out of gas?
I have no idea what happened. I have no idea.
Did you fall asleep?
Yes.
And then when you woke...
Only night I fell asleep. I usually be woke.
And when you woke up, what happened?
My grandson wasn't moving.
A GoFundMe account has been set up to help the family.
That's one of the reasons we did set the GoFundMe up, so she will be able to have housing for herself and the children, her other remaining children.
We'll put a link to the GoFundMe account on our website, fox2detroit.com.
Very, very tragic. Upon hearing this personally, I, as a parent, I'm like scrambling. I'm trying to, you know what I mean? Like the time had already passed. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm like, all right, like it just is. Hearing this, it sends you into fight or flight mode instantly. And they're not even your kids. You know what I mean? Like I instantly started like it was the craziest reaction. Like I instantly was like, oh, okay. All right, so they need somewhere to sleep. Like we got to get them, you know what I mean? Like, but it's already done. Like the damage is done, but I'm still like, it's just hearing that kids don't have somewhere to sleep, hearing that women don't have somewhere to sleep, don't have enough food to eat, people in general, but specifically women and children. It's very triggering for me. When I hear this, I know that people want to look for somebody to blame, and we'll get into that. But this just before I get deeper into this, I just want you guys to know that this is a systemic failure from the top down to the bottom. This is not on any one individual. This is a systemic failure. Many failures had to happen for 2 small children to die from hypothermia. That's it. Now, if that wasn't bad enough, listening to that, she mentions her the father of the children, how she reached out to him. So I'm like, okay, let's hear his side of the story, right? Found his side of the story. This is what he had to say.
His children, Darnell Jr. and Amelia, and the distressing phone call he says he took from their mother, Tatiana Williams, on Monday.
I went to the gym. As soon as I got on the treadmill, she called saying, can I make it to the hospital right now? They gone. I was hoping it was a sick joke, but it wasn't.
According to Detroit police, 9-year-old Darnell Jr. and 2-year-old Amelia died while sleeping in a vehicle at the Hollywood Casino at Greektown parking garage. Investigators say the cause appears to be hypothermia, a tragedy stemming from homelessness.
I tried. I asked for help. I asked everybody, even people out of state. But I tried. I tried to keep hotels. I tried to pay people to stay there. It wasn't working for me. You know, people just didn't like too many kids at their house.
I spoke with the children's mother Tuesday evening. She told me she's been living in her vehicle for 3 months, along with her 4 kids, her mother, and 2 teenage siblings. She says she reached out to Curry, who's the father of 3 of her children.
I asked him, I said, can you get your kids for me? I said, I need help. You know I'm homeless. I done kept a room this long. I couldn't keep it no more.
They were homeless. Had Tatiana ever reached out asking to?
No, she did not. No,
That fool lying through his fucking teeth. Lying.
she said, can I get him? Can I get him just to get him? And can I get him because y'all homeless? That's 2 different things.
She said she had been homeless.
What?
But she said, can I get him? Can I get him just to get him? And can I get him because y'all homeless? That's 2 different things.
She said she had been homeless for 3 months.
What does it matter? What does it matter? What? These are the men that y'all be saying. I'm sorry, y'all. These be the men that be out here talking about women ruin the dating market. These be the men that be out here talking about children need their fathers. These be the men that be blaming women for every fucking problem in a relationship. These be the same men that come up on my lives and start talking about the baby mama hiding the baby from them and hiding the baby from the world and all of that weird shit. It be these dudes. It's always these dudes. Always. It's the same cats, man. Why? What use are you as a human being? You got kids, you're not taking care of your kids. What use are you as a human being? What is your purpose at this point? I don't even buy into the whole once you have kids, one of your purposes is to take care of those fucking kids. That I know for sure.
See, that's what I saw about 3 months, but she ain't never said nothing to me.
Lying.
Nothing. So all them other sob stories, they can cut all that. No, she did not.
Look at him. All those other sob stories, she can cut all that, being defensive. Fucking liar.
Curry, who lives in Novi, says Williams never specified why she wanted to drop their kids off to him.
She just asked, can I get them for a couple of days? But I told her I'm working and all that, and I'm out here. We're not close to each other, so I couldn't. But she knows all my family is right around the corner from her.
Did she reach out to any of your family?
No, she.
Why would she need to reach out to your family? Why wouldn't you reach out to your family and say, hey, Tatiana needs y'all to come get them babies, or she gonna drop the babies off and I'll come pick them up in a few days? Why does she need to do all of this shit?
Did not. And she knows she could have. Like we always used to do.
He says the last time he held his children was a month or 2 ago, and that they
a month or 2, you don't even remember.
Typically FaceTime, moments he will miss.
And there's a
moments he will miss.
Police investigation into this. What is it you would like to see come of this? Obviously, nothing's going to bring back your 9-year-old and your 2-year-old.
It doesn't even matter to me.
It doesn't matter to you. What do you mean it doesn't matter to you? That dude, that guy, that person, the dad, there's no excuses. There's no excuses from the father. I don't want to hear anything. And him trying to act like she never told him that she was homeless is crazy. Him saying that had he known she was homeless, like he's acting like he would have done something different. Wicked. Him saying stop, all that boo-hooing and stuff like that, cut all that out or whatever, being that disgusting. Everything he is saying is disgusting and deplorable. Everything, all of his actions are disgusting and deplorable. And if somebody has to go to jail for this, it should be him. If somebody has to go to jail for this, it should be him. It should be him. No doubt about it. But I want to also address the big picture, which is this is a systemic failure of the highest order. I'm not understanding how people are not clocking this. Like, this is crazy, because I just saw something right now. I'm like, what the hell?
Tatiana Williams in Detroit lost 2 of her children. They were sleeping in a van and they literally passed from hypothermia. Everybody is in her comments why she didn't go to a shelter. She ran out of gas. Didn't know that the shelter was 2 miles away. How was she gonna get her 4 kids, her mother, and I believe 2 siblings to the shelter? They're all sleeping in the van. Van runs out of gas. Heat is no longer an option because the car has no gas.
We don't know if the car ran out of gas. The grandmother says she doesn't know. I think that's what happened.
And her babies are no longer with us because of it. All of this federal aid, all of this housing, all of these programs that are meant to help are going to people who don't deserve it because they have figured out loopholes to use benefits they really don't apply or qualify for.
That's not that's not what's going on. This is crazy. I like that she is trying to talk about it from a systemic level, right? I agree. We need to address the system. But she's still blaming the people and not the system. She's still blaming the people and not the system. The system, the same way that we have universal lunch and breakfast programs for kids, that's what we should have as far as housing is concerned, where every kid eats for free in school, right? In my state, every kid eats for free, okay? Every man, woman, and child should have somewhere to live. I said this earlier, but I'll say it again. I said this earlier, but I'll say it again. I'll quote it again. Now, better yet, I'm gonna roll the clip. Because this is not about Democrat or Republican, but just the idea, though. More important. Oh. What's going on? Hold on, brother.
Democrats will feed a.
Hold on, man. Why do you do me like that, y'all?
The difference between Democrats and Republicans is that Democrats will feed 100 people for fear that one person may starve. Republicans will not feed 100 people for fear that one of them doesn't deserve it. Right?
Yes, and that's the big issue. That's the big takeaway. Everybody, it shouldn't be about some people skirting the system, or it shouldn't be about that. Everybody should have somewhere everybody should just get money. There's a UBI. Everybody get $1,500 per person a month. Like, you're still putting an onus on the people as opposed to the system, when the system has more than enough money to feed everybody and to house everybody. We have more than enough resources. We have more than enough land. We have more than enough money. I don't want to hear nothing about blaming welfare queens and whoever else is skirting the system. Like, I don't give a fuck about that. It's not their fault. It's not their fault. They're not the reason. The system should take that into account, because they know people are scamming. They should take that into account. If anything, they should go, okay, if you're going to look it up, only about 10% of people commit fraud for like housing and, government programs on there. About 10%, right? 10% is fraudulent. Cool. That you think that's the reason why this woman did? Because 10% of people commit fraud. So they should account for that and give another $100 million, whatever it is. Okay, cool. So that means about 10 million is going in the city. 10 million is going to get, going to people who quote unquote don't deserve it. When the reality is every fucking body deserves it. Everybody deserves it. It's not that those people who are getting it don't deserve it. It's not that this woman deserves it more. It's that everybody deserves it. Everybody deserves access to it. Everybody deserves the money. Everybody deserves the resources. There should be a place for me to stay, right? But that doesn't mean that I have to stay there. But the government, the system should account for me and my kids and my wife. Somewhere there should be some housing for us. There should be some money set aside for us somewhere, somehow, right? Even if I never use it, which I don't have to use it. right? And then they can use that money, you know what I'm saying, to do other things if I'm not using it. Don't get me wrong, it doesn't have to go to me, but they should account for every one of their fucking citizens. Not this, I don't want to hear, this is not the time to be talking about people need to get off of welfare and start talking that right-wing bullshit, man. That's not what's happening right now.
And then you have mothers like this that are trying. I'm just so confused as to how we have lost 2 babies, and we've got people in government that are getting paid $8 million a day. Don't tell me that we don't have the money.
Wait, who getting $8 million a day in government? Are you talking about like Elon Musk? Who are you talking about? I'm so confused. $8 million a day? Not a day.
And then, to add insult to injury, the father of 3 of her 4 children gets on national television and says, she ain't called and asked me for help. I mean, she asked me to get the kids, and I told her I had to work and stuff, but she didn't tell me it was because she was homeless. You know, I would have done. He hadn't seen them kids in months outside of FaceTime. And why does it matter why she's asking for help? If she says, I need you to get these kids, come get these kids.
That's right.
She could have called my folks. My folks live right down the street from her. She could have called my folks. Why wasn't your folks calling and checking on their grandkids, their nieces and nephews?
Mm-hmm.
These are the situations where I hate that they blame the parent that stayed and that is active. But women, black women especially, hear me clearly. We have got to stop being so prideful. We have got to stop.
Also, get ready. Trigger warning. This take is going to trigger you. Get ready. This is going to be a doozy, y'all.
Stop. I got it. I'll figure it out. I ain't going to beg nobody for nothing. I understand. But when it comes to providing for our children, no more pride. Baby, if you got to work overnight at Kroger's and work McDonald's part-time in the day so you can be there to put your kids on the bus or pick them up from school and then go back to work, we got to do what we got to do. No more pride. If that ain't working, then move in with your mama and your brother and everybody work and everybody pay bills. And if that ain't working, tell them daddies to come get them kids. And if they won't come get them, pack your kids up and drop them off with the daddy. What they gonna do? Call the police for abandonment? Like that?
They might unalive the kids. They might not call the police, but they might just unalive the kids. Or something like this may happen due to their negligence, because this happens often when daddy's got care, taking care of the kids.
They already done. What they gonna do? We have got to stop allowing the pride of, I'm asking for help, but people ain't helping, so I'll just figure it out. No, make them help you, especially people that owe you help. The daddies owe you help. If you're already struggling, the government is there to help you. They can help everybody else. Don't give up. This is a heartbreaking story.
Oh man, that was a bad take. That was so bad. It was worse listening to it the second time. That was painful. No, we're not blaming the mothers. I've never seen a mother be prideful personally. And I'm not even saying it doesn't happen. I'm just saying I've never seen it. What you're describing, that's what the mamas do. Shit. mamas be making a way. Working with the scraps she was given, and mama made miracles every Thanksgiving. You think she was doing that shit being prideful? You think mama was doing that shit being prideful? Nah. The mamas ain't, I'm sorry. Hey, as a resident ghetto child, project baby, yeah, the mamas was making the way. I never saw nobody mama acting like above working or above catching the bus or above working at Kroger's. I didn't see it. I'm not, once again, y'all can tell me, y'all come on this post and tell me all day that's what y'all, I know a bunch of women that now public. I know a lot of, fine. That's your story, not mine. Not mine. Not mine. And that ain't this story. That woman begged. I believe every word that woman said. Today, I believe every word. I have no reason to doubt anything that she's saying. I have no reason to doubt it. We can find out in 2 weeks she was lying. It was all the rules and whatever the fuck. I don't care. Today, I believe everything that that the mother said. Tatiana, I believe everything she said. She begged that man to come pick up them kids. He even said it. He just said she didn't tell me why, nigga. What? I know. And if that's true, then there ain't no reason. I know she on that list. Can't lie about that. And I know she was looking for shelters and all of that shit. The thing is about this shit, she doing the thing that this woman is saying, live with your mama. And she was living with her mama. Her mama was broke too. Everybody was poor. Everybody was poor. Because the fucking daddies don't want to show up. Because the fucking government don't care about kids and don't care about women. That's why. Don't nobody care about kids and women except for fucking women. I don't want to hear nothing about women being I don't know nothing about that goofy shit. I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that. This is about that trash ass baby daddy. It's about our fucking terrible government and these abysmal fucking institutions and the systematic oppression that we all suffering under. That's what this shit is about. Shit, I ain't about to sit here and wag my finger. I ain't about to wag my finger at that mother for 2 seconds. What you want her to do, man? I know y'all gonna go, this is why you shouldn't have babies when you broke. I can hear it. I ain't read no comments on no post. I don't want to do it. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. You poor, you can't have a baby and da-da-da. I don't want to hear that shit. Y'all sound like Nazis. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. The men need to show up. This nigga, how the fuck can you go to the gym? Why you move so far away from your kids? Like, what? I don't want to hear nothing about that woman. I swear to God, that right there pissed me off. I don't want to hear nothing about, I don't want to hear no, I'm tired of the victim blaming. I'm tired of people talking about you got to choose better and you gotta, I'm tired of that shit. I'm exhausted. It's tiring. Life is going to happen. Y'all are asking people to do the damn near impossible. Y'all asking people to do the damn near impossible. All I'm asking for is for motherfuckers to show up and take care of their fucking babies.